It's a small world, and I'm here every Tuesday answering your Dell questions. I'm Dr. L, and this is Bike Bite. Today we're going to talk about flippers, also known as interim partials. What are they? What's the downside? What's the pro of it? I'll tell you more at the desk. Hello there. We were just talking on the bike about partials, flippers, interim partials, valplast. What are all of these different things? So I have some examples here that I'll show you. A flipper is just acrylic with teeth on it. It's very thick because the old acrylic material needs to be thick. It's got no flex. It doesn't have any clasps on it. The positive to a flipper is that it's cheap, very inexpensive relative to other appliances. I tell people when they have me make one of these, it's just for looks. It's not for eating. Can you eat with one of these? Yeah, a lot of my patients do. But I never promise it because it's not tight-fitting to the teeth and the gums like a permanent partial. Let's talk about permanent partial. Here's an example of an older style one. This has a metal framework and there are clasps to go around some teeth. It fits very tightly. This kind is more expensive. You can expect to eat food with it. You can't expect to eat any kind of food with it because it's not your natural teeth, but you can eat most foods. Unlike with the flipper, where you can't expect to eat any food. Now there are lots of other partials, lots of other appliances that sit on gum and tissue that are different than these. There's something called a valplast partial, which is kind of in between. It's a material that has no metal in it. There are clasps. It's strong, it's flexible. I don't like them because patients tend to tell me that they're a little thicker than the metal framework. So patients prefer the metal framework because it's thin. As thin as we can make something, it'd still be strong. But people do like that it has no metal on it. People don't like to see metal when they smile. Now there are some famous musicians that you probably never knew had partials, but if you look at their album, you can see the metal clasp right there. Now there's been a lot of advancement in this recently. They are making some partials that are as strong as the older style metal framework partials, but instead of it having the silver metal appearance, it has a white appearance. It's a white metal, or a clear plastic, where places where you would see the clasp in metal, so you're less likely to see it when you smile. The problem with these right now, and in the past, and it's getting better into the future, is strength. It's very hard to make something that looks better than metal, but is just as strong. And right now there's a bit of a compromise, and eventually it will be the same strength, and we won't have the metal frameworks anymore just for the looks. We will have white and clear clasps instead. Bottom line though, should you get a flipper if you're in the middle of treatment? Should you get an interim partial to have something between now and when you get your permanent? I would argue that buying a flipper takes money that you could put towards your permanent restoration, like a bridge or a permanent partial, and takes it away. It makes your end goal further into the future. So I would argue that you should not get a flipper. However, a lot of people come in and they say, I've got a budget, I can only spend this much money, I need something now, what can you do for us? So we do a lot of these flippers, interim partials. And I'm very clear with people when they have me make these. They're for looks only, my friend. They're not for chewing. There are other advantages. Let's say you're getting implants on the bottom teeth and your top teeth. You see teeth want to touch, and when they don't touch, they keep on moving. A flipper can hold that space. So instead of the top teeth going down and hitting the gums, the flipper can stop the teeth and save that space for implants. I do like flippers as an in-between step if someone is saving for implants. But if you know that you're going to go for a permanent partial anyway, I would not do the flipper because I feel that you're taking money away from something permanent and good and using it as a halfway measure. As your dentist, I want to spend the least amount of your money and get you to something good. If you'd like to see us in a professional manner, here's our information. You have a good day.